Alright guys, garden update number 5. And as you can see, garden is popping and strong. So the basil plant got really strange for a while. So there's been some like new growth on it. So I guess the basil's gonna live on, but some of it is flowered, as you can see. None of that basil that's growing amongst that flowering is gonna be good. But we might still get some good out of this. It'd probably be good enough for the guinea pigs to eat. So check it out. Our celery that we planted earlier this year is still growing up strong. And you can see how good it's looking right there. And you can see the eggplant has continued to grow strong. And it's gonna most likely produce some stuff. So the parsley beside it is looking good. The zucchini plant did go down. It didn't grow anymore, but we got so many, we still have a zucchini to eat. So you can see right there, besides the eggplant, I had planted that parsley. I cut it back once for the guinea pigs. They've eaten on it once, so they'll get to eat on it again soon. So the cucumber plant right here, not looking very good, but just the other day, I ended up picking like 7 or 8 or 9 cucumbers off of the vines, and the guinea pigs have been eating them all year. So it's cool that even though they look really bad, they're still producing cucumbers. So if you guys want to check out this banana pepper plant, it's crazy how well this thing has grown up. And there's just so many in here, you know. It's so awesome. It's a beautiful plant though. Stuff just grows really good in Kentucky. You can see, and I had put a tomato cage upside down over this thing, and these are 2 different growths. They were growing up double in here. So this is basically 2 plants, but they've just grown together and they're really, really tall, you know, 4 foot tall or so. So you can see, this is the big plant that I was standing beside, and it has grown up and over. I'm having to use bungee cords to hold it up. So this thing's a monster, growing up tomatoes like crazy. We have so many tomatoes, people can see it in our counter. We constantly keep a constant flow of tomatoes. Here are the Gypsy Peppers. You guys can see that there's like a mad amount of Gypsy Peppers. You can hear on my footsteps probably, and it's squishy because it's been raining like crazy. So yeah, you can see a red one in there that needs to be picked out. So yeah, Gypsy Pepper plant's doing great. The banana pepper plant, you can just see, it's just monstrous. Here's the Anaheim plant. And there's just all kinds of green peppers growing. The first ones that me and Tabitha did Anaheim peppers, stuffed Anaheim peppers, while they were still green earlier this year, but they're 10 times better when they're red. So you guys can see some of the plant, the plants don't look the greatest because I haven't been keeping up with getting the burnt up brown leaves off, but I'm not worried about that. And you can see that we're going to have some good bell peppers in the fall. This plant's a little bit smaller, but there's still plenty of little ones growing in there. Stuff is camouflaged in those leaves. And you can see this one's healthy and happy. Got numerous growing all together. So yeah, the tomatoes are growing fine. It's just the plants are a little funky because the year's winding down. I figured I would wait to do another garden update for, at least a couple months or so straight. I don't want to run it in the ground. So the jalapeno plants right here, they're looking good. That's what you've been looking at for a second. We were looking at the bell pepper. These are the jalapeno. Here are the purple heirloom tomatoes. They're still putting out tomatoes. They haven't been like growing like crazy. And I don't know what the heck is up with this. It looks like something picked this clean. I guess a bird has been landing here or something. Sorry, I'm breathing weird. My allergies, I can't breathe through my nose very good right now. So yeah, the garden's looking great. The tomatoes are just abundant. You can see red tomatoes everywhere, and out here it seems like every other day picking stuff out of here. So sorry about the sniffling. So everything looks great. The pepper plants, all the different pepper plants, jalapeno, bell, Anaheim, gypsy, banana. This little lone dude over here, the farthest one out that I planted from all the other tomatoes, didn't do very good, but it's all good. So I'll be letting you guys know when we harvest this celery. And I'm gonna give you guys a shot of what's on the counter already besides all these red tomatoes. I'm gonna pick these red tomatoes and show you how much I get in a basket, and then I'll show you what's on the counter already. So awesome. Garden update 5. Appreciate you guys hanging out. All right, guys, so in the first part of the video, I showed you the garden. And so these are the tomatoes that are already in here, right here. And then I was showing you guys the Anaheim peppers, and you know, I told you that we made stuffed Anaheim peppers while these were still green. These actually pack a little bit of heat, but not too much, but it makes them more tasty and a little more sweet. The gypsy pepper too, you know, it turns red. These taste a lot better as they turn red too. So here's all the tomatoes, and then I told you I was gonna pick the tomatoes from the garden. So in this huge bowl, I've got tomatoes and jalapenos. So I'll spread these out real quick and show you guys. And then the cucumber vine out there, even though it looks poor, it produced like 8 or 9 of these, and the guinea pigs still love them. I'm gonna use these shallots with some of these tomatoes. We're gonna make homemade tomato soup, like creamy tomato chicken and shallot soup, you know. So we'll be putting that out. And here's the really hot jalapenos that I wanted to just make into like chili pepper flakes. I'll do some homemade crushed pepper flakes or something with these because they got super hot super fast. So I'll be real quick and show you guys all the tomatoes together, what we have to deal with. Like right now, I'm gonna be chopping these up. We'll make soup and maybe some salsa, just depends. So be right back. All right, guys, so here's the tomatoes that I just brought in. So it just added all that to the counter. So obviously I got to deal with this stuff. So here's all these tomatoes. It's a ton. You get down here, these will have a little more time. I won't be chopping, you know, this area up yet with that other stuff. So I'll get all these taken care of, you know, try to get them ready for soup, stuff like that. So yeah, and then also the jalapenos, like I was telling you, we had jarred some. Here's another, 11. And here's this weird, nasty tomato that I found on one of the, I guess, the yellow tomato vines. But yeah, it was like really, really weird looking. It was all jacked up. I just wanted to share the weird tomato. So yeah, shallots for the tomato soup. Gonna make like a tomato chicken shallot soup, so it's gonna be awesome. I'll make a video for it. Garden update 5. Thanks for coming and checking everything out, guys. Can't wait till the bell peppers come in and, you know, we get the last of the harvest. It's gonna be awesome. So thanks for watching. All right, guys, so on top of garden update 5, you guys see how many tomatoes that we have and get and bring in constantly. So in the video, you guys saw a whole mess of them. This is the whole mess that needed to be taken care of. And so then also over here, we've got these brand new tomatoes that just came in from today. Like I just went out and picked all of that. And then we have all that didn't get turned into this soup. So I shot all this within a couple of days span. I've been telling people, because also you guys saw all this stuff on the counter during the Philadelphia Eagles, you know, food video. So I just wanted to share with you guys what we're doing with the tomatoes. I'll show you guys some of the salsa that Tabitha's made at some point. But yeah, tomato soup. So part of the Garden Update 5 video, creamy tomatoes, homemade soup with the tomatoes. So let's go. Look how cute and little and colorful that bell pepper is. A little misshapen and stuff, but it's so cool. All right, guys, be right back. All right, guys, so here is some of the tomato. Lift up the cutting board and let's show them the amount left. So all of that is still left. Tabitha said, can it, you know, she's gonna can it. We'll have it to make salsa, spaghetti sauce, tomato soup. So this is the creamy tomato soup. There is some of the jarred salsa, some of the, it's frozen still right now, but there's some of the spaghetti sauce. And then here's some homemade garlic bread. We didn't make the bread, but we just did some garlic Parmesan butter from the store and did it up. But yeah, we have not done, you know, I've not shared everything we've done with the garden stuff because it's kind of hard to. There's been a lot of times I say pass on a video because Nora's being loud and stuff is hectic. So there it is though. This basil is actually not from the garden because like I told you guys, the basil plant's still going, but we're just giving the guinea pigs it, excuse me, at this point. So the guinea pigs are enjoying the basil and yes, that looks delicious. Creamy tomato soup, tomatoes fresh from the garden. And then maybe I can share with you guys the dish we make with the spaghetti sauce. So garden update 5, creamy tomato soup, garden fresh. Cowboys just beat the Eagles. We're 2-1. And you know, let's see what we can do against the Carolina Panthers. So I'll see you guys soon. Soup looks amazing.